Hey everyone, Shannon here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a fade off of the range lows, and we're also going to be taking at a breakout pullback of the earlier wedge that formed here on the S&P. So taking a look at the way that this is setting up, we had a beautiful down move earlier in the morning that moved into somewhat of a descending wedge. Now, it's not a very obvious descending wedge like you would normally see. It's very, very wide, meaning that the point is going to be, 7 hours in the future, but it doesn't really fit as a channel, so we have to draw it up as a descending wedge. Now, we broke out of that descending wedge. They tried to pull back. They tried to pull back. They tried to pull back again, ripped up through the high, and then failed and finally got that test that we were looking for, showing us that the buyers finally got what they were looking for off the bottom. We're at the lows of the range. We're retesting the earlier wedge breakout, and then we immediately go into a bullish confirmation. So that bullish confirmation is telling us exactly what's happening. We just trapped the lows. There are a bunch of breakout sellers who are stuck in the move, and they're likely going to start exiting if this goes against them. So I'm looking to buy in at 40.5 and ride this move back up to the high. So my stop is going to go below the low here. So we'll get that in there. In terms of upside targets, we're looking for primarily back up to the range highs. Now, the way that we've been kind of setting up here, we've been making successive lower lows, right? Even all the way out here. So that being the case, we're likely going to see the same thing over here, right? We're making finally a higher high, and we made another higher high. We're probably going to end up being somewhat of a tilted top up here that we can look for a final target. So my final objective is going to be based off of that information, just looking for the highs up here to break through, not by much, right? I'm not looking for a massive break through the highs, but I am looking for them to come up and test at least the high and maybe break through it by a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on where the highs happen to be at the time that we finally do break out through those highs, if we can get back up there, but that's going to be the game plan for the target. Now you can see the profit versus the stop is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Very small stop comparative to the target. We're looking at a better than 1-to-1 on the setup, and that's exactly what we need. So everything is looking great for the upside here. The buyers are definitely in this, and we're seeing that confirmation of them continuing back up. Now it's just a matter of time and letting them get that push that we're looking for. So we completed that next candle, so the target's going to move up a tick, and that's really all we're going to do. So we'll wait for the move to happen if we can get it going here. As we get closer to the highs of the range where it's anticipated to see some resistance, we'll lock our stop in where we can, just to be on the safe side. We don't want to give anything back on the trade, but that being said, everything looking great to the upside. We just need to wait for the buyers to show up to the party. Buyers pushing aggressively up there. There we get the test of the target and the fill. Beautiful move up. Let me cancel my stop there. That's exactly what we were looking for. And again, I think a lot of buyers were really kind of waiting for that. If you draw this a little bit wider as if it were a channel, I'm sure that there were buyers that are accumulating inside there every single one of those bounces. But the fact that, if I keep it tight and it fits really well, they missed it. They missed it, they missed it, they missed it, they finally get it. That's going to be where the reaction happens, and that's exactly what happened. So that's kind of what we're looking for in the move up. Absolutely gorgeous move. All the aggressive buyers who bought just the test on there, although it is aggressive, you got paid very well on that move up. I waited for a little more confirmation, entered above, and we caught that move all the way back up to that kind of expanding top up there. So that's going to do it for me. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.